Hi, I'm Ahsan Karim. I'm an entrepreneur and marketer here in Chicago. I'm a business owner and I help other business owners start and grow profitable businesses online. In this channel, my goal is to help entrepreneurs or business owners like yourselves through things that I have learned from, things that I'm learning on an ongoing basis, sometimes share some of the mistakes I've made during my career and what I learned from those. So my goal is to bring you daily, weekly videos with some, hopefully with some nuggets of wisdom, if not at the very least, some knowledge that may help you in your journey. So today I would like to talk about the topic of journaling. And I started journaling when I was in high school, and because of various scheduling and other things during my lifetime, I haven't been as regular as I would like to be, but I still do journaling throughout the year. And here are some things that I find beneficial about journaling. First thing about journaling is that it's emptying the mind. So oftentimes as a busy business owner, there's hundreds, if not thousands of things that are running through my head on a weekly basis. And the mind can get very cluttered. When I sit down to journal, I'm writing one thing at a time, whether it's a bullet list or I'm writing a few sentences or a paragraph of something that I'm going through. It's helping me get things out of my head onto a piece of paper that I can look at afterward to revisit my thoughts. That's therapeutic. It also helps greatly with time management. So I I have a yearly diary. I have a small one and I have a bigger one where I write down more notes. A small one that's a pocket one. So when I'm writing, what I find is that I'm processing my thoughts. I'm, and I don't put any rules on myself. I don't say everything has to be grammatically correct. The spellings have to be all 100% right. I don't put those kind of constraints on myself because the idea is just to get to a flow state. So when I'm writing, I'm also planning the week. So as I'm writing my thoughts, if I think of something that's happening a week from now, I'll put it down in the calendar so I don't lose it. Now, I do have a digital calendar where I put down my items, but I like to have a paper one because then I can visually see it, flip through it. It's just a different feeling. So the first point is emptying the mind. Second point is helping me process my thoughts and also to manage my time. The third thing is sometimes I will draw out my ideas. So if I'm working on a website or if I'm working on a client project, I may draw out a layout of a website, and that helps me to visualize not just on the screen but also on the paper. And I enjoy that. Sometimes I will write down a number of ideas and then I will review the pros and cons of different types of design. The other thing about writing is learning. So when I'm listening to a podcast, a YouTube video, or a YouTube podcast, if I find it very interesting and there's a lot of material there, I'll start writing notes. I'll start taking notes. So then my journal becomes my guide. So recently, I came across this really great informative video from Matt Gray, who himself is a serial entrepreneur and he is a coach. high performance coach for other entrepreneurs. And he was talking about how to help others get to ten to $15,000 of income per month. And I thought he had some really good ideas of how to do that. It came to something like 8 to 10 steps. So I liked it so much, I listened to it, I wrote down the high level points. Um, then what I found was that I agreed with everything he said, but then I thought to myself, well, there are things that I learned in my journey that I can actually add to the notes from his video podcast, the YouTube podcast. So then I found myself going back in a different color pen, writing my own notes to the notes from his video. So that was a wonderful learning for me. I enjoyed that whole learning process. And this is not something that I came up with myself. I saw it. I saw my grandfather do this. My grandfather, who's passed for a number of years now, God rest his soul. Um, he was a brilliant human being. He studied. He enjoyed studying religious scriptures. Uh, by trade, he was an engineer, but he loved history. He talked to me about the Sumerian civilization, about the pyramids, and the Mayan civilization. I was very young at the time. I didn't fully appreciate all the things that he was telling me while I was there with him. But looking back, the memory is so nourishing for me. Um, and I just love reflecting back with my time with my grandfather, because um, he inspires me to this day to learn and to write. So one of the things he used to do, he used to have a journal where he would write. He would get up around 5 in the morning every day and write. So he would write about um, different religious things. He was learning from different religion books. He was writing about historical facts that he found interesting. Um, and after he passed away, I found one of those learning journals he had. And to this day, I still have it. Um, and what he would do is he would take notes in, say, blue color pen, and then he would go back and he would add in a different color, additional notes, additional questions that he may have. So he kind of modeled that whole idea for me, and I found that to be really, really useful. So again, journaling is something that I enjoy doing to this day. Um, so I think I'll wrap up the video by saying that along with your physical health, exercise, journaling is something that's exercise for the mind. So I encourage you to do that. Um, If you found this video useful, please put your notes or comments, put your comments in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing your notes. And please subscribe and like the video. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.